side note guys, I'm gonna leave down below a little menu for the time scales of each ride, so if you're looking for a ride in particular, it'll be down there. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts on the theme parks in Universal Studios. Today I'm actually going to be focusing on Universal Studios, and in the next video I'm going to be doing Islands of Adventure. So let's begin. Get my page ready. Okay, so from what I can remember, it's been a few months. So the first ride that I have listed is actually the first ride that we went on in Universal Studios, and well, I don't even know if it's, well, I guess it is a ride. It is Shrek 3D. This was quite a fun ride. It wasn't really the most thrilling. I'd probably say that it's the most timid, or one of the most timid in Universal Studios. It is a 3D ride, so it's like a cinema, and then obviously get things sprayed at you and your seats move and everything. It's really fun. I'm giving it a 5 out of 10 because it was just really timid. There wasn't really much going on and the effects could have been a bit stronger, but I guess because it's catered to a younger audience, I don't really want to scare younger children, so yeah, I'm giving that a 5 out of 10 and I really enjoyed it. Next up we have the Minions 3D. This is across the way from the Shrek ride. This is a tiny bit more intense. Yeah, I think I enjoyed this one a little bit more. I give it a 6 out of 10. It just swings you about a bit more. I don't know if you get sprayed with water, but it's a bit like Mousetrap. Like if you were the ball in Mousetrap. I've not seen Minions, I have to say. What I can imagine it being compared to would be if you were the marble ball flying about everywhere in the game Mousetrap. So next up we have Simpsons 3D. This was one of my favourite rides of the whole trip. It was absolutely incredible. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it is completely different to the rest of the 3D rides. Let me just say that. Like, oh my god, like really intense. I have to say, I know this is probably gonna be less effective, me saying this, because I know that once I noticed it I couldn't take my eyes off it, but if you look around when you're on the ride you kind of spoil it for yourself, because if you look straight on you feel like this is actually happening and I am like, this is what's happening right now and this is real life. But if you look around you can see everyone else, and yeah, that kind of spoils it, and I ruined it for myself because once I'd noticed everyone I was just like trying to see their reactions. But yeah, it was a brilliant ride, absolutely loved it. We'll definitely be going again, hopefully, probably will. Next up we have the ET ride. This was a bit like, well, it wasn't like Shrek. That Shrek ride was probably, I don't know, more intense. I've given it the same score, 5 out of 10. Basically, you just sit on a bike and the bike takes you around places. It's a bit like the Haunted Mansion ride in Magic Kingdom, apart from the fact that you sat on a bicycle. I thought that was really interesting. And yeah, so next up we have Transformers 3D. This was one of the really good rides. It's really difficult to explain because this is like the speciality with Universal. Like, this is how no other theme park compares to it. Like, you've got your 3D screens, but it's also a ride, so you're swinging about everywhere, and that's what the Transformers thing is. So it's a little bit like a roller coaster, but you've got like a 3D screen, so you feel like you're flying around everywhere. Brilliant ride. I've given that an 8 out of 10. Next up we have Terminator ride. I have to say this was the most disappointing thing that I'd seen in Universal Studios. It was a show. It was quite clever with how it was made. It was like part of the movie, and then the characters like jumped out of the screen onto a stage and they'd be acting, and then there'd be like Terminator things come up at the side. I don't even care if I'm spoiling it for you because it wasn't that good, I have to say. And the start of it, you go in and there's this lady talking to you, and she talks literally for about 15 minutes. I mentioned in my Epcot video that there was like an introduction there, and it was basically the same. Like, I was looking round, see everyone's reactions, they were exactly the same as mine. Like, will this woman shut up, let's just get into the actual bit. So we got in the bit and it was a tiny bit better, I guess. But yeah, not my thing, not my thing. So next up we have Revenge of the Mummy. Oh my god, I did not expect this to be so good. Actually, because like you look at it on the map, like on the Universal map, it shows you the track of where you're going and it doesn't look that intense at all, but when you're actually on the ride, there's so more drops, so much more drops. It goes backwards, goes really fast, you're like flying everywhere. It's so brilliant, it's absolutely amazing. I love that ride. Next up we have Jimmy Fallon's Race to New York. I can't believe this, but I watched Helen Hanson's video and she said that, well, basically she was vlogging her and her friends after, and they all felt really poorly after this ride. So I was absolutely terrified to go on it. I was like, I'm gonna feel sick, I'm just gonna be really poorly for the rest of the day, I don't want to go on it at all. Then my mum persuaded me to go on it. I didn't feel sick at all and I thought it was really good. I give it an 8 out of 10. It was a bit like the Minions ride, but obviously more intense because it was catered towards adults, and yeah, loved it. Brilliant ride. And next up we have Men in Black. Oh, this was really good as well. It was like, if you've been to Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios, Toy Story ride, I'm gonna say Star Trek then. The Toy Story rides there, it's a bit like that. You're basically shooting aliens and whoever gets the best score wins, and you go around on this track and you're spinning everywhere. It's a bit like a more intense version of the Disney ones, and I've given that 7 out of 10. So next up we are getting to the Harry Potter ones. You know how I feel about Harry Potter. The first one is Harry Potter's Escape from Gringotts. Oh, this one was actually the first Harry Potter ride that I went on, and I've given it a 9 out of 10. I don't actually think I've given any rides a 10 out of 10. Have I? Let me just have a look on my whole trip. Oh, I have. Right, okay. So I've given this a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna upgrade that actually to a 10 out of 10 because it was just incredible. It was the first actual 3D proper experience of any ride in Universal, because I just wanted to go straight to the Harry Potter part, and we went on that ride and I was like, I can't believe what's happening. It was just amazing. Obviously, Escape from Gringotts, you're on a little train thing and it's like the roller coaster and like 3D thing at the same time. So I was like, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, it swings you about a bit. I was gonna like have a little mini spoiler then, but I don't want to. You just need to go on it. You really need to go on it. If you're a Harry Potter fan, put this on your bucket list right now. That's all I'm gonna say. And then last but not least, because we are taking this onto Islands of Adventure, I'm gonna include the Hogwarts Express. It's really, really clever how they like put everything together on this train, because it actually is a physical train that takes you to the other island. You've got to show everyone your tickets when you get to the train station, and then it takes you to the other part of the park. It shows you like, it's got like a little screen here and it's got like sets off and you see brick walls, and then it's like English countryside, and I was just like, I wish England actually looked like that. And then it shows you parts of London. Obviously I'm not from London, so I don't really know that much of London. And then you see the night bus swinging around. Actually, I can't remember which way is which because each way has got a different video. And then when you're actually setting off, they close the doors and you can see the shadows of like, I think it's like Hermione and Ron and obviously Harry walking past, and then there's a Dementor that comes past. It's amazing, honestly. And like everything is exactly how you expect it to be, like just from the movies. Like everything, all the decor and everything is exactly like the Hogwarts Express. It's amazing. So guys, that is all I have for my Universal Studios video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and yeah, let me know down in the comments down below if you'd like to know any answers, and if you have any questions, and I will do my best to answer them. And yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!